Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Factorio, sending supporters to space. And I know it's been quite a while since last episode. I do apologize for that. And yes, I do actually need to apologize for that because I said it would be 2 or 3 episodes a week, and here it's been more than a week and I haven't even done one episode. I've been busy and doing quite a bit of off-camera work that took way longer than I thought it would, and then I was out of town, so on and so forth. So I would like to get back to at least 2 episodes a week, and we are getting pretty darn close here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use our automatic train builder finally to deploy a couple trains, and we will be using it a lot more in the future, but I did want to kind of demonstrate it in action here. And then we're going to quickly review the builds that I have done, and also try to get some rocket fuel builds built, because we need those. Well, we need them obviously for rockets, but we also need them for refueling trains to even get much of anything else up and running, because otherwise our trains won't have fuel. So, automatic train builder mod. I did a mod spotlight on this, and I demonstrated it briefly quite a few episodes ago. But what this guy does is this mod allows you to kind of automatically send out trains, and I really don't think it's that cheaty, because I mean, you're still using the materials to build them. The only difference is you're not spending like forever placing them yourself. It's essentially just another form of automation. So I've connected this line. Hopefully this is signaled correctly, because if it's not, they're probably going to no path and not work. But I've connected this to the outbound lane, going to the outpost for our iron here for our plate. And then also it just crosses through. It uses the engineering line here through, and also connects to the engineering line of the copper and the outbound line of the copper for the copper outpost. And again, hopefully this stuff is signaled right, or it's just not going to work. But what we do here is, first off, we need to stick a few trains. Of course, I have none. Here we go. Sweet. We need to stick a couple trains here. I wonder if these are interesting. I feel like these are definitely not correct. Yeah. We need to change these. So we need to place trains at these stations. I think it would probably help if if the station were actually placed correctly. These were just little demonstration things. So this is going to be the thing where it spawns out the train, and then this is where we kind of put templates, if you will. So he goes here, and what we need to do now, I think this is right. So he actually gave us some directions. Right. Okay, so this is what we use for our template. So this guy is going to be for the orders, essentially. So, for example, if we want to send some more to iron, our iron outpost, which is down here, iron 3, I think there's 2 trains. I think it can hold 4. So if we take him and we go, oh, it's not what I want. Go him and we go iron 3, inventory full, and then after that he needs to go to iron smelter stacker, and I think just a 0 time thing, and then after that he needs to go to iron ore switcheroo drop. I have so many damn iron things here. Smelter iron ore, yeah, I believe that's what it is, and inventory empty. I can check very quickly here. Click on one of these guys, and so he's going to iron ore smelter stacker, and then obviously that's no pathing because the station is turned off as it should be. So that's the correct orders. Now this should have an send trained. I feel like I think there should be another option here for this. I may be missing something. We'll have to see. So then we use this as a template for what kind of train we want. So we want a 3-10-3. So what we do is we request 3 locomotives, we request 10 cargo wagons, and then we also for the last part, it needs to be cumulative. So this is actually the amount of locomotives total. So this is actually going to be 6. So for 363, it's you request 3106, or sorry, 3103. You request 3106. If you were doing a 4 or a 242, then you would. Well, there he goes. And apparently, I just went and broke it. Great. Well, I wasn't done yet. I needed to put fuel in here, you silly derp. So we need to do like 60 fuel because it splits it between all of them. And he's no pathing because, well, this thing is, this is not quite what I wanted. You idiot. This needs to, be named, like 2 trains. I think I need to pull this up and retry it. Because it should take the template from this. I think it was because I had the station named wrong. Because if you leave the station name, it's going to try to send it to that station name. I think you have to actually name the station like how many trains you want. So you see there I put 2 trains. So we'll send 2. And then it should use the other thing as a template. Great. Connect chest to a station rail signal. Okay, connect chest to a station rail signal. Red green wire. Request locos and wagons to build. Request amount needs to be cumulative. Request fuel. If there's a train near the wired station, it will be used as a template. Otherwise, the train will be assigned to the name of the wired station. The wired station has a number as the first character, so this will be treated as the number of trains to build. Right, so this is what I don't understand why he's not working. Do I need to do like automatic or something? I'm not, it should be using this as a template. I'm not quite sure why that is not working. So I know I should have probably tested, I have tested this though, I think. Do I maybe need to point in the other direction? Or maybe read stop train. Read train contents. Everything. Let's just check everything. If I can't get this to work this time, we'll just have to save it for next time and go on with the next thing we need to do. I'm not quite sure why it's not taking that train template. Shut up. It's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it's not taking this locomotives template. Perhaps I actually did need it on the other side. Maybe that's why it was that way to begin with. Let's just try that here really quickly. Maybe that was like the point. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it should be using this as a template. I'm not quite sure, guys. I think we might have to save this for next time because it could take me a while to figure this out. It's a little bit odd. I had it working before, and now for some reason it's not wanting to cooperate. So let's move on to the builds that I've done off camera here. So what I've done is I have built all of our blue circuits, half of our red circuits, and all the green circuits were already done. So we're gonna fly over there. We're heading over here. So these some crazy looking rail lines. I never said this would be pretty. We also have a trash train set up, a very little one. We should actually see him flying by here in a sec. Oh no, he goes up. That's the main line. So he's pretty much just going from the oil to the make everything. That's the only trash station we actually have is at the oil. Which is pretty much ready to go. I haven't powered on the pumps yet because we actually need a few more oil, crude oil trains to get him up and running fully, especially with the rocket build, rocket fuel. But this I've shown you, the green circuits I've already showed you, but I've connected these. So to kind of reiterate, this one, half of this one, and then this full one go to this farmost blue circuit build, which I'll fly down and show you, and then this one and this one go down to this first circuit, blue circuit build. And then this guy up here this fifth one actually shares and goes to both these red builds. We only need one for 2 red builds. And then this one will go to 2 red builds, and then this last one here will go to speed modules. So speed modules will be in here somewhere. This is a very temporary rail, which will move. Speed modules will be in here, and then the other 2 red builds will be over here somewhere, which will feed into the speed modules, and that will pretty much be that entire section. So it took me forever to do this because I was messing up the rails. It's a good thing I didn't actually film it. It was quite embarrassing. So these are our blue builds. I haven't powered them on yet. I did show pretty much building them. So I've added a few more assemblers here, and then just to make a little bit overproduction, and also because you guys pointed out when I did this that the end ones were missing. These end ones is how I had it originally just stopped here. We're missing like the output chest or input chest, so I added another assembler for that. It's fine. Also, a quick note, and I'm going to try to explain this correctly. It's a little bit confusing. I moved some of the chests around. I'm not sure if you noticed. Some of these requesters are moved. So it essentially makes it... What I've done is I've moved the requesters that are shared by 2 machines closer in. And then it's obviously pushed some of the requesters farther away from the center. But the thinking here, and I'm still skeptical, this is something that Hopewell and the rest of my... design group told me to do, which I was skeptical of, so I'm not sure it's gonna work, but they said that I should do it, so I said I'd test it at least. Is the ones that are sharing, right, are requesting double. You notice this guy is requesting 660 and then 66, which is about a minute's worth of production, because he's just supplying 1 assembler. The one here that's supplying 2 assemblers is obviously requesting twice as much, and this used to be actually, let's use this one. This guy used to be back here, right? So, yes, it's closer in than this one now is. However, this is just a single one, and yes, he's farther out. However, this one that requires double the amount has been pushed in by, 1, 2, 3, so that's 4, 5, by like 5 or 6 tiles. And we've done that with all the ones that do share, right? So again, try not to move. Sorry about that stupid helicopter. So then this one here used to be like where this provider is, and we've moved it here. Now, again, obviously it's pushed 1 requester out farther. That's why I'm skeptical. I'm not sure if it really makes a difference, but that's kind of what we've done there. This is the acid unload. This is an entirely separate network here from both of these, and then the bots bring it over to this, and these are just piped over. This one goes to this half, this one goes to this half, and then the ones up top here go to this half and this half. And then it's going to be very, very low bot travel in here. And then the reds are a direct line. So here's our red build. This is nothing special. It's a very, very standard, cable into box supplying 4 reds. It's pretty much what we had at the module factory. This actually should be limited. I suppose it wouldn't have to. These really should be. Go into here, and then he requests and... outputs into here. Pretty standard. I believe each one of these does about 11,000, if I remember correctly. About 11,000 red circuits. So our copper for this one comes in here. The red circuits come in here and go out to both of these blue builds. Only need 1 for both of these. So this one curves down to here. There's room for a whole train in this area. And then this one curves down to here. And then this... plastic in the middle. Again, 1 plastic to supply 2 red builds. On the plastic build, again, you didn't miss much by not seeing me design it. It was extremely, it's just a line of assemblers, or chemical plants, and the barrelers are on the outside because chemical plants making plastic are obviously going to require a lot more bot movement to them than the barrelers are, so we want them closer to the center. That's why we put the barrelers on the outside, because they're very low bot movement, and we want the high throughput chemical plants in the middle. Same thing pretty much. Requesters actually aren't always pointed towards the middle. That I might need to redo that. Oh, well, that's probably why, because it's actually kind of the opposite. You request 50 coal, but you actually get more plastic out. So it's actually, you want the providers near the center. Essentially the higher like bot travel requirement thing needs to be closer to the middle. And then this train goes out and curves into this one, and curves into this one. Greens come through into here. For this guy, this actually needs to be kind of opposite. Well, not really. Copper comes in the bottom on this one instead of the top here, and then this guy leaves. This is the reason, and you're probably thinking, well, having copper like cross the red circuits to get here is like dumb. This is a very temporary junction. This is just to send red circuits to the make everything to make modules, which we'll set up in a future episode here soon. Once that's done, these won't be going to the main line. These will just be going straight to speeds, so it's fine to have the copper come in here. So that's that. That's explained. I'm not sure how much time we have left. I'm going to plump down at least one rocket fuel build. I do have somewhere. Not actually really sure where I put it. It's in here somewhere. Maybe. Here it is. Okay, so again, I will explain. I'm thinking of putting it over here because oil's down here. He comes up to the main line, and there is oil here, which we'd like to maybe grab somehow. I'm not quite sure that's going to work. There were biters here. I cleared them. We could have it almost anywhere. I mean, he could go in here. He could go down here. That's actually an interesting idea. Where do we want to do that? He's only, I'm trying to think, he's refueler train comes in. The output lines, does he really, I'm trying to think if it actually needs a full T-junction because, you know, the light oil for it is only going to be coming from one direction, and the output for the fuel is only going to be going one direction. So I don't think we actually need a full T-junction, potentially. Because this is our full T-junction, and that isn't really necessary. Because there's the input and output lines for the directions things don't need to go. So if we were to put this somewhere where there's not forest, there's actually a bit of forest here. Let's do it over here. Avoid this oil a little bit because I may want that. We'll stick it kind of just down in this area, I think is fine. So we need two of these, actually. These things are pretty big. The bot travel extremely low, though. So once I place it, you'll be able to tell better kind of how it works, and I'll explain that, of course. Now, we don't want this too close to the main line, you know, because actually, let's nuke some trees here. Screw you, trees. You too. Okay. We could stick him here somewhere, right? Yeah, because we want, I mean, I'm spacing it from the main line because I want room for a few trains to build up on these lines if need be, or a stacker, either way. So I'm going to place him, we do need two of these. I'm going to place him like, here. I'm making sure it's pointed the right direction. So we have, this is direct insertion through. So this solid fuel is produced and directly inserted through these pass-through chests into the rocket fuel, which is an output here. And the barrelers, unbarrelers are somewhere in the middle here. And then it just pipes through. So this is trying to be as pipe efficient as possible. And it's not the perfect ratio. It's not actually 1-to-1, but it's pretty close, and it was the easiest way for us to do it, essentially. So it's gonna be, we're gonna have overproduction anyway. We actually have like a ton of overproduction for all the trains, because the trains eat a ton. I think we make like 700 extra a minute or something. It may be like 400 extra a minute, which is still a lot, just for refueler trains. I mean, because we're gonna have a ton of trains in this map, so we do need quite a bit. But it's very, I mean, it's straightforward, you know, standard. This is why I don't show all these. I mean, the standard beacon, you know, again, these guys are just directly inserting through these chests into the rocket fuel, which outputs here. Fluid flows through. It is a very nifty pipe design here. This is something Hope will help come up with. We both kind of discussed it in our design group, but you know, these underground here go to these guys. It's, I think, about as pipe efficient as you can get. I'm not really seeing much way you could reduce pipes too much. And then, of course, light oil is in barrels for this, so he comes in and delivers here. And then the rocket, yes, we're having this. I think this is a three 363, yeah, we're having 363 rocket fuel trains, so that's cool. Probably not refueler trains. They could share a station potentially. I mean, I could have a 363 refueler train. We will need so much fuel it may be required. I don't know. So we will have 2 of these. So the other one, I suppose we could actually put down here real quick. If I clear a few more things of nature here. Stupid tree. Oh, shit! Good thing for the helicopter being almost invincible. That, whew. I try not to abuse that, but I'm thankful that it let me not die there. So this guy, we do want these network segregated, even though it's not super high bot use. I think it is still going to be good practice here to separate these networks. So right about making sure the lines are straight, right about there. Now we're going to have to do some land filling because of course this is, do I want to go to the left perhaps? Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Wow. That's, yeah, this lake. Well, we'll only have to landfill a little bit, actually, because the center of the build is, like, here. Just have to landfill a bit here. That's fine. We do have some landfill to spare. I really wish I could have gotten the train deployment thing to work. I'm not quite sure. I think I maybe put the station wrong or something, because it should be using the train as a template. Let me see how much time we have. We're at 21 minutes, actually, which is not bad. I want to go mess with the train thing again. So these are placed. I wanted to show you guys this just because, you know, it's something you hadn't seen me do yet. I'll finish building it off camera now that you know how it works and have seen, you know, essentially what it's going to look like. I might put stackers. I'm not sure. I mean, this is long enough to fit at least 1 or 2 trains just on the line. Could just have 2 output. Or input and then output, and they could just stack on the input as long as we make sure we don't overflow it so they stack up on the main line. I'm not sure. I may just do a stacker, honestly. But that's that guy. We'll probably only build 1 for now, again, just for the refueling trains, because I need that for outpost trains to turn on the smelters to turn on the circuits. The circuits are ready to be turned on. The problem is we have to turn on, like, 3 or 4 copper smelters, I think, and then like 2 or 3 iron smelters, and well, you know, we don't have quite enough outpost trains to actually supply that amount right now. So that's why I wanted to get this automatic train guy working, but yeah, I'm somewhat confused why he's choosing not to not to work. It's a little bit perplexing. But yeah, so these are all dedicated output, or input and outputs here. It's all dedicated lines rather than merging in. They look a little bit wonky. I think they actually look cool. This entire thing's like surrounded by rails, which I think looks pretty awesome. Complete death trap, of course, but you know, I haven't really died yet by trains on this map, although I'm sure once I turn things on, that's going to completely change. I have like a huge amount of cargo wagons that I definitely don't need. And the automatic train builder does actually work for fluid wagons as well. There's a quick note there. And, I mean, I thought I came in to here prepared before anyone says, you know, I should have prepared this before episode instead of floundering on episode. I mean, I've used this thing before. It's just the one part I don't exactly remember. And I thought I had the train thing, the damn station thing right. I don't know why this is, like, not working. Well, it would help if I actually wired this up. Idiot. I probably never even wired. You're dumb. I'm dumb. So if we do 1 train, we yoink this dude up here. Could you just stop? I don't know what you're giving me, but I don't want it. Actually, I probably do want it, but not at this moment. Maybe it's because I didn't wire it up, or I'm just really stupid. Probably just really stupid. Does it need to, like, read train contents or something? I think it needs to, like, read stop train? Output 6? I don't know, man. I thought there was an actual, like, a special thing that appeared for it, but because I think it's just going to still use the damn station name. Yeah, come on, man. Why? What am I doing wrong? I don't understand. Well, I mean, this is obviously on the wrong side. This is how it was before. But even when I put the stupid thing on the correct side, it didn't work. Okay, let's try this one last time, you stupid station. All right, let's wire him up one more time. Hello. Send train. Read stop train, read train contents. How about just everything? Just do everything. Maybe I need to like re-put him down or something. Okay, so you're going to go to iron 3 and you're going to wait until inventory full. You are then going to go to iron smelter stacker with a wait time of 0, and then you're going to go to iron ore switcheroo drop until empty. I mean, I don't know. Does it need to be on automatic, maybe? Okay, gee, you think? No, think manual. And then this is correct. Stick these in here because I don't want all this stuff. There's actually, apparently, rocket fuel in the ME. I didn't think there was any. It's interesting. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Actually, hold up. Just, let's do one train. Yeah, it really... Read set requests, I mean, this is a train, I don't know, because it is working. Is, like, these ones being wired up somehow breaking it? Maybe we should, like, unhook those. Because he should be reading that train. Okay, let's cover all our bases. Let's just put fuel in here just for the hell of it. I don't know. And I mean, it's spawning them, which it should be doing. It's just not giving them the right path, which... If this doesn't work, I don't know what else is wrong. I mean, I don't know what other configuration I could possibly do it in. Is there a special train stop for it? If there's a special train stop, I'm gonna hit myself. I don't think there is. No. There he goes. Woohoo! Sweet. So there you go. He's heading off. He's gonna go to Iron 3. We finally got it. Wish I had done that at the beginning of the episode, you idiot. I'm not sure what the deal was. I mean... I'm not sure, but that's perfect. And we can actually support more than that. So if I just go one train again, he spawns another one, and boom. So there you go. That's absolutely fantastic. And then we would just change the orders here. So I actually think that copper... Try this path really quick. This guy has 4 trains, but he can actually support 6 because 1 in each station and then 4 in the stacker. So if we actually change his orders here to something... to copper 3, inventory full, copper smelter stacker, a wait time of 0, and then copper ore switcheroo drop, inventory empty. Just make sure that this is in fact copper 3. Copper 3. Okay, and let me just dump this stuff in here so we're not wasting trains. Now, of course, these guys don't have much fuel, hence why I need a refueling train. They only had 10 in each locomotive, again, because it splits it across all of it. Only 10 in each locomotive. And he's heading back. There's, like, no fuel really in here, so... I have no idea this is going to work. Wow, did that whole thing supposed to be turned on? Oh, no, he's supposed to go there anyway. Okay, sweet. Okay, so yeah, both these guys came in. Of course, like I said, they're not gonna have much fuel. I wonder how much fuel he actually... Right, I can't tell. And he's no pathing, again, because the station's turned off, because it's the only one on. We still need to turn some on for the different smelters for the circuits. But let's send, so, full, 0 seconds, empty. Let's send 2 trains to the copper. And there he goes. Now, I think he's waiting for locomotives and stuff, I believe. Oh, no, there he goes. Sweet. So, it's as simple as that. Like, you can imagine, once we get a ton of outposts, and the way this was set up initially is I would have these multiple stations and requester things. Maybe these other requesters were messing it up. I'm not sure. All wired here. and then I can just have one for each. So like, just like this one will be like, you know, whatever, like copper. This one will be for iron, and I just change the outpost essentially in its orders. And then, you know, or one for 310-3s, one for 363s. If I hook this into other stuff, do it this way. If that doesn't work, if it was the requesters, I will have to do 3 separate rails and tie them in like later, like down here. One last note, guys, before I end this, is that you need to wire this up, but then between this signal and the next signal needs to be enough room for whatever size train you're making. So, like for 310-3, right? It won't work if I put a signal here. The thing won't work because it needs to be able to fit the entire train it's creating between the wired signal and the next signal down. That's why this guy's way down here, because it needs to fit the whole train. So just keep that in mind if you do use this yourself, that there does need to be, for whatever size train you're making, that big of a gap between the wired signal and the next signal. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. We are getting quite close. The circuits are pretty much entirely done, aside from 2 red circuit builds, which are pretty much just going to be copy-paste. In fact, I can just literally copy this entire setup, including the plastic, up here. And, or, well, somewhere up here. And then just tie the train lines in, rocket fuel. And then all that's left, really, is turning on the rest of the smelters and building the science builds and low density structures and rock control units. We are making progress. I really want to get things moving along here. I would like to go back to 2 or 3 episodes a week. I will try to do that. So keep an eye out. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, as always, in the comments. I really enjoy your feedback. But until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.